setting the stage for an unforgettable moment. Whoopity bop bop bop. We back, bitch.
Allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
The Fantasy Football Avengers presents the off season with Kyle Shanahan's Boulevard, GI 16, Young Christ Jesus,
and sometimes Garfield. No Nurble.
and now here's the boys.
Ew. No hesitation. Let's get right into it. We got GI's top 10 fantasy quarterbacks on the board.
In no specific order.
No specific order. GI, run through your list.
Let's go with last year's MVP for fantasy football, Mr. Macaulay Culkin himself, Joe Burrow. Need I say more? Really? Do I really have to say more? Who should be your number one quarterback pick this year? Joey B. Let's be real. That team is stacked and ready to go on offense again. Hopefully that line can control themselves and keep them upright for an entire 17-game season, please.
Hopefully that defense sucks ass again.
Which- On to the DMV and Mr. Lamar Jackson. Good God, I love him, but can't stand his fans. Again, another player I don't really have to say much about. His game speaks for itself. He's going to give you 4,000 passing, 1,500 rushing, 40 plus total touchdowns. He's going to be your top three, top four quarterback again. I'll probably pick him second or third, more third than anything. Because I think Mr. MVP himself should go second, and Josh Allen, who he'll do everything. He'll score a touchdown, passing, receiving, rushing. I don't think there's anything that man won't do to get Buffalo a win, and us fantasy players a victory on a weekly basis. Number 4, I got DC's own Jaden Daniels. He got Debo Samuel. He got Terry McLaurin. He got some legit running backs. He got Zach Ertz and Ben Stenoy at tight end. And that kid also rushes for touchdowns too. Need I say more? That kid is going to light the scoreboard up again this year. At number 5, our home team, Mr. Purdy. Mr. Relevant now, not irrelevant because he's extremely relevant. And Mr. Got Paid.
Mm-hmm.
Will continue to do what he normally does for us.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great season and lead the league in a lot of different categories like he does every year. You may have 1 or 2 games here and there where he's average. But other than that, he does great fantasy every year. I'm going after him as my number one quarterback this year because I don't chase the top 4. It's hard to get to the top 4 because people be grabbing the top 4 in the first round at 8, 9, 10, like a bunch of weirdos. When you're supposed to be getting them in the second round, if you're smart. Third at the the highest you should be starting your QBs draft of that. But me and Kyle Shanahan being leagues with a bunch of nuts.
Well, in my leagues, quarterbacks score very high, so it would behoove you, especially in a 12-team league where there's 2 starting quarterbacks, like in the Avengers league. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And you can't win if you don't have 2 quarterbacks producing. So yeah, it behooves you to get you a quarterback early and get them early and often.
And GI won without doing that plan. Cha-ching.
Who was your quarterbacks?
Brock Purdy and 2 other French people.
Didn't you have Bo Nix?
At the end, yes, I had Bo Nix.
Yeah, yeah. So you got lucky.
I
You
had
got
a bunch
lucky.
of I had a lot of plug and play at quarterback
Yeah,
outside of Brock Purdy and one other guy.
you
But
got
hey,
lucky with Purdy and Bo Nix.
my team was carried by my great receivers and running backs. So
I my
I'll take the
team
W.
my team was great until they weren't.
That 1 point loss.
2 yards. 2 fucking yards. Lost by 2 yards.
At number 6, I got Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl MVP. Missed the steal all the touchdowns at the goal line from Saquon, which drives me nuts every year as a fantasy person who loves running back touchdowns. But of course, your quarterback always stealing it doesn't help. The damn vulture. But he'll have another great season, like usual. The Eagles are revamped and ready to go. They want to defend their title, so won't be surprised. This era's of Cowboys. Tony Romo. This is Dak Prescott, number 7. Again, the man just he produces. His team may suck in the end, but he produces every year. There's nothing that he doesn't do. He produces. I wish he could run the ball a little bit more like he used to when he first started, but after the injury, I can understand why. Jared Goff, Mr. Consistent. He is truly a consistent quarterback. He will do what he needs to do to get Detroit to win and 30 to 40-point games. So again, I'm not surprised. He will throw you a 5 interception game and a 5 touchdown game in back to back weeks.
Hmm.
And he can give you 200 yards, but you take that. It's an ebb and flow with him. He only gets like 2 or 3 bad games a year. I've never seen him, truly since he became a Lion have outrageous season. Baker Mayfield, God willing, his receiving core stays healthy.
He
That
got
boy will
one
cook again.
hell of a receiving core. One
Exactly.
hell of a receiving
He
core.
cooked last year with them on and off the field, and he's going to cook this year again if they're truly healthy. K. Dotton, Godwin, Evans. I forgot the rookie they drafted.
Mbuka,
Oh my God. And Booker. Jesus Christ. And they got
the boy from last year, the rookie from last year that was showing flashes.
Bucky Irving and last year's rookie. That team is stacked.
Yeah.
That team is stacked and ready to go.
Hopefully the defense still sucks a little bit because it's gonna lead to a lot more shootouts.
True, true. I'll give you that. And one of my favorites last year, and I think he'll improve this year with Colston Loveland, a new running back, and another year under I forgot the coach, Sean Payton's offense. Bo Nix. Bo Nix is a problem for the foreseeable future, and probably
Absolutely.
one of the better quarterbacks of last year's draft. Because the man in Chicago, I don't.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I'm
No,
Chicago, I'm having buyer's remorse after seeing how Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix operated last year.
exactly.
But that's just me. That's just me.
No, that's both of us. I concur. Plus, the whole corn incident just don't help. But I digress.
He eats corn a long ways.
Jesus.
All right. Now, of course, his list was in no particular order. We
Nope.
gotta keep saying that because I don't want nobody trying to come for my brother. Ain't no comments talking about how could you have it was in no particular order, but mine's is in a particular order.
Exactly.
At the number one spot, I have Josh Allen. Josh Allen is going to be he's the fantasy football quarterback GOAT at this point, until proven not. Until proven not, he's the fantasy GOAT. Um, he's going to give you everything. He's going to give you passing yards. He's going to give you passing TDs. He's going to give you running yards. He's going to give you running TDs. He's a one man army out there. So if you're feeling froggy in the third round and you want to take Josh Allen, I don't think nobody's going to look at you weird. Lamar Jackson is my number two spot. We all know what Lamar Jackson is. Lamar Jackson is a fantasy football specimen. Lamar Jackson gives you everything you want for fantasy football. He gives you passing yards. He gives you long runs. He gives you rushing TDs. Everything that you want from a quarterback in fantasy football, Lamar Jackson is going to give it to you. And the same can be said for number three, Jaden Daniels. We saw what Jaden Daniels did last year. We saw what he did last year for fantasy football. I expect to see more of that this year. More of that because now he's developed the chemistry that he needed with his number one weapon. So I'm expecting more explosive downfield plays throughout the course of the year and not it building up to that. I'm expecting it to start from week one and not stop until their last game. Number four is my guy, Joe Burrow. In my leagues, I'm always going to look to draft Joe Burrow. In all leagues, I'm going to look to draft Joe Burrow, but more specifically in my leagues, I will take Joe Burrow as my number one quarterback. I will let everybody get the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, and the Jaden Daniels, and I will jump on the Joe Burrow train because you seen Joe Burrow, you see that offense. He's got beasts all over the field, and now he's finally got a consistent running back. It's with Chase Brown because Joe Mixon was a up and down iffy. Chase Brown is not up and down nothing. Chase Brown is the truth. He can run it, he can catch it, and put in work with it. So yeah, it's no longer just Jamar Chase and T Higgins you got to worry about. No, you got to worry about them. You also got to worry about the tight ends they have, and you got to worry about Chase Brown. Yeah, Joe Burrow's going to eat again this year, barring injury. Knock on wood. Baker Mayfield, that's my number five for all the reasons why GI brought it up earlier. Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow both have the same thing. They have a plethora of weapons and a defense that can't stop a nosebleed. So let's just keep the good times rolling. I would you know what? I wish Tampa Bay and Cincinnati could play in the same division this year,
Oh,
so we can have two games of this shit. I wish.
dare, dare I say, Kyle, a cornucopia of
Yes,
offensive weapons.
yes, yes. So yeah, for all of that, same the same thing that can be said about Joe Burrow is the same thing that can be said about Baker. I just feel like Joe Burrow is just that much better of a quarterback than Baker. Baker's no slouch. Baker's no slouch. I just think Burrow's better. Um, Number six, Bo Nix. Bo Nix is, and I don't want to say this because I don't want to jinx the guy, but Bo Nix he's Josh Allen. He's Josh Allen.
I can see that.
Everything that we love about Josh Allen, that's Bo Nix. That's Bo Nix. Gi and I'll give you three first round picks right now for Bo Nix. I'll give you three first round picks right now for Bo Nix.
Because the Avengers
And I
League is a
and
super
I
league, right?
and our dynasty league, I'll give you three first round picks for Bo Nix.
Oh, that's right. I do have him in Dynasty.
Yeah, you do. I will give you three first round picks for Bo Nix.
Man, I like Bo Nix. Oh, that was a big pick.
That was a great pick. I slept. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I slept. I didn't think Bo Nix was gonna be as good as he turned out to be. But as the year goes on, I just keep looking at this guy. I'm like, yo, he's Josh Allen. He is
Hey,
Josh Allen.
he helped me make the playoffs in that league for the first time.
Yeah,
And I made it to the second round, too, I think.
yeah. It,
I'll take it.
Bo Nix is what I wanted Trey Lance to be.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He turned into what I wanted Trey Lance to be.
The travesties of life.
hats off to you, Bo Nix. Uh, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I know a lot of us are fading Patrick Mahomes this year because Mahomes just did not get it done last year. But I can say this: I don't see Mahomes having two back-to-back bad seasons, especially not after getting his ass whipped in the Super Bowl like he did. I feel like Mahomes is going to come back this year with a vengeance. He's going to come back with a point to prove. I'm expecting to see a 4,500 yard season, 4,500 plus yard season, 40 plus touchdowns. That's what I'm expecting to see. As long as Rasheed Rice stays healthy and Xavier Worthy keeps developing, I feel like and they got your boy there, and they got him. They got a lot of fast motherfuckers there this year, and they're all going to be healthy at the beginning of the year.
Oh,
I'm
you talking about
expecting
what's his name?
from the Ravens, Hollywood Brown,
Yes.
Antonio Brown's cousin. Yeah, I'm expecting bombs away to start when the season starts because Rasheed Rice is going to he going to eat up that middle. He going to eat up that middle with his precise route running. Then you gotta have to worry about either Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy getting loose behind the secondary. If they get loose behind the secondary, we all know Mahomes got the arm to get it to him. So yeah, I'm expecting a bounce back season from Patrick Mahomes this year. Will I
Fuck.
draft Patrick Mahomes this year? I don't know. I don't know.
I know I won't.
If he's my third quarterback, I'm not mad at it.
Quick PSA. You can draft the three guys I'm about to say. I have nothing against them personally, but they screwed me in fantasy. I ain't touching Love, Stroud, or Mahomes this year. Screw all three of them.
Yeah, I'm Stroud got to prove something to me. He got to prove to me that rookie year wasn't a fluke. He got to prove that rookie year was not a fluke. And I need 4,540 TDs from Stroud this year. That's what I need. I know you working in some rookies, but we needs that. The fantasy football streets needs that. Number 8, Jalen Hurts. Tush push guy. What more can we say? He's gonna score on the goal line. He's gonna usurp touchdowns away from Saquon Barkley. He's gonna piss you off if you're a Saquon Barkley owner. Um, he may even throw a couple passes here and
The
there.
vulture.
He's a vulture. He's definitely a vulture. I only got him this high because I honestly don't feel like this year he's gonna outproduce my 9 and 10. But I only got him this high because of I know the talent. He can be a high producer in fantasy football. We've seen it before. We've seen it before. Last year we didn't see it, but we've seen it before. So he's my number 8. Number 9 is Jared Goff, Mr. Consistency. You know what you're getting from Jared Goff. You know what you're getting every week from Jared Goff. You're getting consistency. Um, so he has a plethora of weapons around him. He has a plethora of weapons around him. I'm not sweating his OC leaving and going to be a head coach. I ain't sweating that because at the end of the day, they still got those weapons. They still got those weapons.
Now, him losing the center does hurt a little bit.
It hurts a little bit, but they're still going to eat. These guys are still going to eat. You still can't stop Amon-Ra St. Brown. You're not going to be faster than Jameson Williams. You're not going to stop Montgomery. You're not going to stop Gibbs. So at the end of the day, you're not going to stop that. You can hope to contain it, but you're not going to stop it. And number 10, Brock Purdy. This should not be a controversial take. Brock Purdy should be a top 10 fantasy football quarterback because he's always since he took the reins as a starter, he's always been a top 10 consistent top 10 performer at the quarterback position. Even in a down year, he still performed at a top 10 level. Because correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't the championship game in fantasy football, wasn't it when we played Detroit? And Brock had like 350 yards passing. He had like 3 TDs. He also, and Brock is scrambling. He's scrambling. He is scrambling. So yeah, Brock Purdy is a top 10 fantasy football quarterback. If you don't like that and you feel like that's a controversial take, I don't care. You can't beat me. You can't fight better than me. So it is what it is. Make your own top 10 list. You got anything to say, GI?
No, you hit it on the nose.
All right. So we'll be back. We'll be back with our tight ends and wide receivers.
Please
So
like, comment, and
please like,
subscribe.
yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Unless you can't fight. So I'm expecting everybody that watches to say something, or I'm gonna assume we got a lot of people watching us that can't fight. With that being said, take us home.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Football Avengers podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Links in the description.